Dads don't break all at once. It doesn't happen in one moment. It doesn't come from one argument. It doesn't come from one bad day. It happens slowly, quietly, over time. At first, it just feels like pressure, more responsibility, more expectation, more weight on your shoulders. You tell yourself it's normal, that this is what being a man is, what being a father is. You push through it. You show up. You handle things. You don't complain, because that's what you're supposed to do, right? But over time, that pressure doesn't go away. It builds in small moments. The things you don't say, the things you let slide, the way you bite your tongue just to keep the peace, the way you carry stress but still show up like nothing's wrong, the way you feel things shifting but convince yourself it's temporary, and little by little something starts to change. You don't notice it right away. It's not obvious. It shows up in small ways. You feel more tired, even when you've slept. You feel more distant, even when you're right there. You start thinking more and saying less. Not because you don't care, but because you don't know how to explain what's happening inside you. So you stay quiet. You keep going. You keep showing up. But inside, you're carrying more than you let anyone see. And the hardest part? No one really notices, because from the outside, you still look like you're handling it. You're still working, still providing, still being there. So people assume you're fine, but they don't see the weight. They don't see the mental load, the constant pressure to hold everything together. They don't see what it takes just to stay steady. And over time, that silence starts to wear on you, because you're not just carrying stress, you're carrying it alone. And when there's no release, no outlet, no space to actually be honest, that's when things start to break down. Not all at once, but slowly. You become more withdrawn, more guarded, more tired of explaining things that don't seem to land. You start questioning yourself, wondering if you're doing enough, if you are enough, even though you're giving everything you have. And eventually, it catches up to you, not because you're weak, but because no one can carry that much without it affecting them. And when it finally shows, when it comes out in frustration, or distance, or even just shutting down, that's the moment people notice. That's when it becomes visible. And suddenly, that's the version of you that gets judged. Not the months of pressure, not the years of holding it together, just the moment it finally shows. And that's what most people don't understand. Dads don't just wake up one day and break. They wear down from pressure, from silence, from carrying things they were never meant to carry alone. So if you've been feeling that, if you've been pushing through, holding it in, trying to keep everything together, there's nothing wrong with you. You're not failing. You're just carrying too much for too long without anywhere to put it down. And maybe no one said that to you before. Maybe no one's acknowledged what it actually takes to keep showing up the way you do. But it matters, even if it doesn't feel like it right now. Even if no one's saying it out loud. Because staying when it's heavy, holding it together when you're running low, still showing up when it would be easier to shut down, that's not weakness. That's strength most people don't see. But it doesn't mean you have to carry it alone forever. If you're dealing with separation, custody conflict, or just trying to stay in your kids' lives, the Dad Survival Pack is linked in the description.